Yo, what's up, everybody? This is the Weird and Rex podcast starring your boy, Jay Thomas. It's usually black man versus food, but with the whole COVID situation, I can't go out to any restaurants, can't do shit. So that was black man versus movies. Another thing about that is one thing that bugs me about this fucking COVID situation, you gotta order food to have either delivered or you pick it up, but then you bring the food home and it's not that good, and they're like slacking on they're fucking slacking on the recipes, man, and the ingredients and shit. But you can't complain to anybody and say, yo, take this shit back and give me my food, because by the time you get home, it's lukewarm by the time you get home, and you can't fucking just get back out and say, yo, I want you to make me a new fucking dish immediately. I mean, you can't do that. I would love to, but it's not even fucking worth the wait. Worth the wait time. Just suck it up and make a grilled cheese and shit. And tonight, what we're going to be doing is, tonight what I want to go over is the Judas and the Black Messiah trailer. So this is, it's kind of like a biopic about Fred Hampton and the Black Panther Party, the Chicago chapter of the Black Panther Party. I mean, I'm hoping that they do Fred Hampton justice, and I hope that they do the movement justice. Especially with all the things that are going on right now, I think it's important for people to see a part of history. This isn't only black history, this is American history, all right? And for people to see, we've been through this before. All the things that have happened should show you what to do and what not to do in the future. Because I don't think a lot of people know about Fred Hampton or, the younger generation. Hopefully this gives a little bit of insight, and it gives people hindsight and foresight moving forward. Let's just watch this video, and then we'll discuss it after. All right? So let's go to the clip.
Deputy Chairman Fred Hampton of the Illinois Black Panther Party.
Repeat after me. I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary.
You're looking at 18 months for the stolen car, 5 years for impersonating a federal officer, or you can go home.
The Black Panthers are forming a rainbow coalition of oppressed brothers and sisters of every color.
Their aim is to sow hatred and inspire terror.
I will learn all that I can.
These ain't no terrorists.
You can murder a liberator, but you can't murder liberation. You can murder a revolutionary, but you can't murder revolution. And you can murder a freedom fighter, but you can't murder freedom.
Yeah. Only in theaters. All right. Okay, so there you had the trailer to the Judas and the Black Messiah. The trailer was dope, man. The trailer was dope. It was giving me fucking goosebumps. You know what I mean? That shit was sick. One thing about it, I think that the guy that's playing Fred Hampton, Daniel Kaluuya, he's right there. He's right there with Fred Hampton's dialect, that 70s Chicago dialect, along with, the way that he actually spoke. I don't know if he's as prolific, and I don't think Fred Hampton's profound energy comes across on screen. I don't know. I hope in the movie they portray him well and portray the legacy of the Panthers well. And there's another thing in that video that a lot of people don't know about if you don't know about the Black Panther Party. So one thing that they expressed, and I think Fred Hampton was one of the main people who was advocating power to the people, power to the people, not black power, power to the people. They meant power to all the oppressed people. So they were joining forces with a lot of other so-called freedom fighters. They were joining forces with a lot of other community activists. One such group was the Young Lords Party. And I hope that they discuss the Young Lords Party. They will probably briefly in this movie, but the Young Lords Party was a Puerto Rican street gang who turned political around this time, and everyone was getting into politics and trying to educate themselves and help to rebuild their communities. So the Young Lords Party was one of those groups. They also formed alliances with some college groups, as well as I think that there was a group called the Grey Panthers, which was like Senior Citizens for Change or something like that. But I think that everyone who is going to see this movie, you should actually research the real Fred Hampton, see his story. He was such an articulate, brilliant-minded man, and he was, when you think about it, he was killed very young. When he was a young man, he was in his 20s when they murdered him. So a lot of these things are going to come to the light in the movie, and I hope that the movie does the legacy of the Panthers well. I hope he comes off, the guy that's portraying Fred Hampton. That's all you want. All you want is for the movie to do people justice. There's a few movies that have been biopics that haven't represented these historical figures well. One of them is Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. That shit, that kind of sucked, man. That dude did not encapsulate any of the amazingness of Bruce Lee, I don't think. In the movie, it showed him reading, but it didn't show how truly intelligent Bruce Lee was, man. Malcolm X, nobody can deny that movie was top of the line. That movie was top of the line, man. So I think that everyone should see this. I think this should be an educational process. The generation under mine understands from where they came from, understands what's happened before, and realizes the pitfalls that they need to circumnavigate. So, not that I'm trying to throw a whole bunch of big words out at you guys, but, the pitfalls that they need to avoid after they've seen, what happened to the Panthers and a lot of the other groups that, our people have created to, uplift the community with these groups and things, outside forces, force dissension among the ranks and kind of split people up, which I think that this generation needs to understand, it's about the movement. Forget your individual ego. It doesn't need to be one leader. Everyone needs to just pull together for the movement, for the common goal. Once you get there, then you can be an individual again. But this is not the time. This is not the time to splinter off and take away from the message. But anyway, I think this is going to be big. I hope that it's as important to a lot of people like it will be important to me. Oh yeah, I'll be there. I'll be online at the movie theater with my mask on and everything. And I can't stand wearing these goddamn COVID masks. Especially if you have to run out the house, man. You don't brush your teeth in the morning. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. Fuck you for judging me. Sometimes it happens. And it's just uncomfortable. But it's karma. I get it. Thank you, COVID. You taught me a lesson. But it's going to be good. And I think that for everyone that is interested in the subject of American history, as well as Black history. There's a good documentary. It's called Bastards of the Party. It was created by Anton Fuqua, the same guy that did Training Day. He did the documentary Bastards of the Party, and it kind of gives an overall view of, the slave migration leaving the South, going from the South to the North after, the Emancipation Proclamation, and from going to slavery to moving into these neighborhoods and the housing turmoil that Black people were going through at that time, how they ended up in these small ghettos. Shows the evolution, I guess, of, Black culture from slavery to that time of Black elites. So black prosperity, I should say. So it goes from slavery to Black prosperity to the creation of the Black Panther Party to the creation of the Bloods and the Crips and the gang culture, and from there. So I think it's very informative and insightful for everyone who is interested in topics like this. And you should definitely check it out. But again, like I said, I'll be, daily, weekly, I'll be going through movies with you until this whole COVID situation is done with, and I can get back on the road and start showing you those delicious meals that I'm going to be getting involved with. Another thing, if you're interested in this topic, this is New Africa August. There's numerous lectures by different business owners and just collective community activists who are speaking about, uplifting the community, how we can change things, how we can become entrepreneurs, and just all around betterment, So if you want to get involved in that, just look up Eventbrite, New Africa August. I don't have a leg in the fight. I'm just interested in it, So anyway, that's it for this week. But get at me later on. I think the next time I'm coming at you with, we're just gonna go over music. We're gonna go over movies. We're gonna go over culture. A little bit of everything, man. That's what the Weird and Rec show is all about. Anyway, I'm signing out. Jay Thomas, man. I'll check y'all later on. Peace.